what you call vet day. But Mike Tomlin like, nah, man. Did you see how we performed against the Cowboys? We do things a certain way. We grind a certain way. And I'm sure him and Ben has the rapport, and Tomlin is smart about how he's using this veteran quarterback because he knows how important he is to what they are trying to accomplish this year. But it's so much love between what Mike Tomlin does for this football team, how he treats vets, how he manages situations throughout the year. He is phenomenal at this type of stuff. Every time he's in front of a camera, you see him exude leadership. He talks about it. He talks about his players. He talks about what they're gonna do. A few weeks ago, we talked about how he said they didn't fear Lamar Jackson. Mike Tomlin walks to the beat of his own drum. That's why he's such a tremendous coach and been a tremendous coach for a long time. And that's why guys want to play for him. And that's why you see Pittsburgh have a lot of success like they have.
Hey, do you think that Key was a good blocker?
Yeah, Key was a real good blocker. If people don't remember, I played with Key when we were in Dallas. And I remember Key did all the work.
Man,
he did all the work you needed to do as a wide receiver, man.
They trusted me so much in Dallas blocking, they put me on Strahan one time. Dan?
How'd it go?
He got a sack.
How'd that go for you?
He got a sack.
Well, yeah.
That was the wrong
Not
move.
good.
When we stop talking about this, that'll be a sign of progress. When we're not debating who it'll be. Kim Ang is the first woman general manager in baseball, and more we're seeing women have larger roles in football, as it should be. You're seeing more and more coaches, more and more opportunities. It'll be great when one is given to a general manager as well.
Yeah, and you can listen to that entire interview on the Adam Schefter podcast. It is available wherever you get your podcast. Thanks so much for that, Adam.
Thank you, Laura.
The Packers may finally have a complete offensive unit this week as the team activated wide receiver Allen Lazard off injured reserve. Lazard has not played since week 3, missing some time, of course, due to that core muscle surgery. So for more on Lazard and the Packers offense, we welcome in ESPN Packers reporter Rob Domofsky from Green Bay.
Marcus,
Rob,
give me
what
a
do we
reason
know
Joe
about Matt
Burrow will end up being the
plans
best
to use Lazard on Sunday against the Colts?
Well, Laura, from the if it's not one thing, it's the other category. Yes, they did get Allen Lazard back on the active roster this week, and he was at practice today. But Davante Adams, their Pro Bowl receiver, did not take part in drills. Remember, it was in the fourth quarter of their win Sunday over the Jaguars when he tweaked an ankle in the fourth quarter. Now, he did come back and finish the game, but while he was out, Aaron Rodgers hit Marquez Valdez-Scantling for a key completion on their go-ahead touchdown drive. And after the game, Rodgers said, we need to get Valdez-Scantling more involved. Now, as for Lazard, Coach Matt LaFleur pumped the brakes just a little bit, even though he's back on the roster after his core muscle injury and surgery following week 3. He said, look, we've got to get him through the week and make sure that he's okay if he's available on Sunday against the Colts. And think about this, Laura, while the Packers' high-powered offense has been productive, they have not had Davante Adams, Aaron Jones, and Allen Lazard all on the field together since the middle of their second game of the season against the Lions. So if they can get all three back, this high-powered offense could become even more potent on Sunday against the Colts.
Excellent points by you, Rob, Dan, and Key. How important are all these wide receivers of the Packers offense?
Yeah, look how astute Key and I look in these chairs. The Allen Lazard move is really big because, one, he's a reliable route runner, Key, and then two, I think he brings a really important physical presence in their run game. And listen, this is not going to be to attack anybody. It's really going to be to highlight what Allen Lazard is going to do better for this offense. First, it's going to be in the pass game. Now, this is Valdez-Scantling, okay? I want everyone to pay attention. And, Key, walk us through. It's going to be a shallow cross, and I want you to teach us the things that he doesn't do well that I believe Allen Lazard is going to do a good job of. Okay, shallow cross. Now, Key, what's the first thing right there that you don't like about it or that he should be doing?
Well, first of all, the defender knows he's in a nasty split, which is a tight split. Chances are he's running a shallow cross because no one is coming outside of him for him to be the second receiver.
And that nasty split meaning closer to that offensive tackle.
So he can get across the line of scrimmage. As
all right,
he
perfect.
continues to go. Stop it right there.
Yeah.
Now, he needs to stair-step the defender to slightly freeze him. If he stair-steps him and freezes him, defender slows down because he doesn't know, is he pulling up in zone? Is he returning like a return route back out? Which one is he doing if you're a defender?
So you're saying this stair step right here kind of stop his feet, tells the DB, I might be sitting on a hook, I might be going on that return route. So the stair step literally means kind of making a stair step where he's going to stop climb, and then cross?
And stay straight across just like you said.
All right, perfect. Now let's go to the shallow cross. And I know you something about this that you don't love. Talk to me about it.
Bad move. First of all, you're supposed to be at about the 45-yard line. Instead, you're in between the 45 and the 40. You go about 3 yards too deep. So therefore, you're going to get undercut by the defender.
So you're saying this is going to be him coming friendly. He drifts, and that DB is going to be able to undercut it. Look what happens.
Bad move.
So that pick for me, as a quarterback, I'm going, that's on that wide receiver. So
certainly on the receiver, you have to shave it downhill.
I love that. So Lazard's going to be better stair-stepping and also being more friendly. Now, I talked about the physical presence in the run game. This is going to be part of their counter where this receiver is actually going to pull and lead block on that safety, right, or that corner. But the concept is that's Valdez-Scantling, and he's got to go block Miles Jack. All right, I know that's a tough challenge, but I want you to see Key. What do you not like at that first moment right here? Where should he be heading knowing that Miles Jack is going to see that run coming?
Go where Miles Jack is going, not where you think he's going.
So you're
go right there and cut him off. This is not an outside run.
So you hate the fact that he goes vertical. Allen Lazard will go down where the receiver Valdez-Scantling goes vertical. Now, what does that mean for Miles Jack? What is that going to allow him to do?
It's going to allow Miles Jack to get in front of him. Therefore, Scantling can't get his head in front of him to seal him off and block him.
And then that run is dead. So Lazard, the physical presence, will be able to block backers because he'll take the right steps and get square shoulders on those.
Dan,
two good examples. Now, Key.
Dan, a lot of people don't want to do that.
What do you mean, though?
They don't want to block. Receivers don't want to get in there and dig a guy out.
There's no way that you did that. Like, I can't imagine.
A little birdie did tell me you questioned whether or not I was a blocking type
I just
receiver.
didn't, I didn't know if, like, Keyshawn was actually going to be somebody who was humble enough to be part of the blocking scheme for an offense.
Well, you obviously didn't know me. I invented blocking for wide
I can see it up here.
I invented blocking
I see you
for wide
sawing people off. Look at Key
what I
up top.
did, though, man. What you think? You think all I wanted was a football? I hate
Get action.
Look at that, man. Look at my pitch. I hate the
some motion.
Look at that, man. Come on now. Come on, man.
Look at that.
You got me messed up. You can use some other words if you want to. But
I didn't know you would put. I didn't know you put hands on people like that.
Come on, man.
Guys, later on in the show, we're going to do a blocking demo. Oh, wait, just kidding. We got social distancing. So, Dan, you're spared. No worries about that. Let's get to some other quarterback conversation and talk about Ben Roethlisberger, guys. He had the best game of 2020 after a week of no practice last week, after being placed on the reserve COVID-19 list because of close contact before being activated Saturday. Listen, it didn't matter. He threw for 333 yards, 4 touchdowns in that win over the Bengals. He joked that he asked Mike Tomlin for another week off.
Have you had that conversation, and are you willing to allow him to sort of forego throwing at practice a few days?
We did have that conversation. I'll acknowledge it was a very brief one, and I'll see him at practice on Thursday.
I mean, Marcus, can you blame Big Ben for trying at least?
No, you can't blame him, man. Big Ben just coming off of surgery on the elbow.